What's going on, folks? It's Javon Moore with FI 360 News here at the Rose Bowl. I'm here with our reporter for the year, Carlos Gonzalez.
How you doing, Javon? It's great to be out here. A little warm, but nonetheless, people excited to get some football ready to roll.
Definitely. You can already see people here at the Rose Bowl lined up to get in. They had a little bit of delay today because of lightning strikes, a little bit Hurricane Harvey speeding over this way. But you know what? It's a great day for football. The players have already been on the field. They already seem to be excited, warming up as we speak.
Yeah, and absolutely. And one of the players that everyone's out here to see this year is nonetheless UCLA's golden boy, Josh Rosen, heading into his third year. And unfortunately for him, coming back from last year's injury against Arizona State, who had to miss in week 6 because of a shoulder injury. What can we expect from him this year?
You know what? Josh Rosen is a proven player. He's going to come out this year, shock a few people. He's got a decent offensive line in front of him. So you know what? I think Josh is going to be just fine. He's going to go back there, have good poise in the pocket, deliver some passes, hand the ball off to the three-headed monster that they have here at UCLA with the running backs, and we're just going to wait to see what happens. Texas A&M is going to be a good opponent for him to see what he can do.
Absolutely. Texas A&M, there's still a little uncertainty of who they're going to have at quarterback, and players are ready to avenge that overtime loss last year, and like you said, it's a good first test for them. A big target for Josh Rosen, Darren Andrews. Last year, 55 catches. He's also heading into his third year. So we are excited to see that high-powered offense, hopefully, this year for UCLA. And on a defensive side, what can we expect? Last year, coming off a 4-8 season. This year, going to have to change that if they want to do some damage in the Pac-12.
They definitely do. But one thing last year, the defense wasn't really the problem. They were just on the field too much. But they got a nice stud in this year, man. He was in the top 50 of the nation. Mr. Phillips, the defensive end, number 15. You'll see him a lot today. You'll hear his name called a lot, rushing the passer from the outside. So I think the changes they've done on the defensive front, bringing in a new defensive coordinator, UCLA is going to be all right. And like I said, Texas A&M is going to be a great opponent for them to get started with in this home opener to see what they can do for this 2017 campaign.
Absolutely. Now let's talk a little bit about the Pac-12. Kind of got kicked off, started yesterday with USC, Oregon, Stanford. You were at the USC game yesterday. Tell us a little bit about, they are ranked number 4 AP. We know rankings don't really mean nothing at the beginning of the season, but kind of tell us a little bit about what you saw yesterday out of Sam Darnold and that high scoring game yesterday.
Yeah, I think the score was a little deceiving. SC did win 49-31. But for whatever reason, they try to go with a balanced attack. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm leaning on my strength, which is the running game. They have Ronald Jones, who bust for 85 yards in the first quarter, scored a touchdown, then they went to the pass. Sam Darnold, unfortunately, didn't have his best day, 2 interceptions, but still threw for a decent amount of yards. But the true test was SC's running game. They rushed for over 232 yards. They had a true freshman come in, Stephen Carr, who had 7 rushes for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Ronald Jones had 3 touchdowns. All of that came from their running game. And I think once they realize they need to go back to student body right, student body left as of old, SC will be all right. But until then, they're still trying to find their identity with some of their new receivers, but they got to rely on that running game. So they will only go as far as their running backs will let them go. And you know what? They play Stanford next week. And in Stanford, they got the big boys. You got to play big boy football and line it up. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, a tough test. And so nobody really impressing as much running away that you say, wow, this is going to be a tough opponent. So UCLA can really kind of forecast and be a powerhouse if they come out versus Texas A&M and do some damage in this game.
They definitely can, but SC is going to be there. They're not a finished product yet. And in the press conference, you end up hearing Coach say, you know what, we celebrate all wins. They know they're not a finished product yet. This is only game 1. They're only going to continue to get better. So by the time they meet late in November, the UCLA and SC teams will definitely be primed and ready to go to give us a great game.
Well, that is going to be late November, and it's right now first game for UCLA, beginning of September. Excited. So we will keep you updated as the game goes on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Cargo Sports and TV, and you can follow Mr. Javon Moore at
FullImage360.com. I mean, FullImage360 is the handle.
Absolutely. And you can also get the game and the game recap after the game here at the website.
Website is www.fi360news.com. So we'll also have some exciting YouTube stuff for you. Like he said, you'll get some Twitter updates from Carlos during the game. We're just here to cover the game. Come with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So as always, folks, it's Javon Moore and Carlos Gonzalez for FI360 News. Make it a great one, folks.